Good morning, students. Now let's solve some numericals from your NCERT textbook. So first of all, question number 1 on page number 42, and the question is, if 1 mole of carbon atoms weighs 12 grams, what is the mass in grams of 1 atom of carbon? Okay students, so in this question we have to find the mass of 1 atom of carbon. We are provided with 1 mole of carbon atoms and we are given that mass of 1 mole of carbon atoms is 12 grams. Now students, we know that in 1 mole there are total 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms, which means 1 mole of carbon atoms will be equal to 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms, and they will weigh 12 grams. So in this question, 1 mole of carbon atoms, mass of 1 mole of carbon atoms is equal to 12 gram. We know that 1 mole means 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. That means this is the mass of 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 carbon atoms. Therefore, mass of 1 carbon atom will be equal to 12 upon 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. And on solving, the answer comes out to be equal to 1.99 into 10 raised to minus 23 grams. Okay, so this is your first question on page number 42. 1 mole we know it is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. That means mass of 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms is equal to 12. Therefore, by unitary method, mass of 1 atom will be equal to 12 upon 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. Next, question number 2 on the same page. Which has more number of atoms, 100 grams of sodium or 100 grams of iron? Given atomic mass of sodium is equal to 23U and iron is equal to 56U. Okay students, in this question we have to compare the number of atoms in 100 grams sodium and 100 grams iron. So we will first of all find the number of atoms in 100 grams of sodium and then 100 grams of iron, and then we will compare them. So case 1, that is for sodium atoms. It is given that mass of sodium is 100 grams and we have to find the number of atoms, that is capital N, for this case. So in this case we are provided with mass and we have to find number of atoms. That means this will be the final relation that we have studied, relation between mass of a substance and particles of a substance. And according to that relation, we know that capital N is equal to small m upon capital M into N naught, where small m is the given mass, capital M is the molar mass, and N naught is the Avogadro's number. So in this case, because it is sodium, therefore molar mass will be equal to 23 grams, because atomic mass is 23U, and we know that N naught is always equal to 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. So substituting the values in this formula, capital N, that is number of sodium atoms, it comes out to be equal to 100 upon 23 into 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. On solving, the answer comes out to be equal to 2.618 into 10 raised to 24. That means total number of sodium atoms which are present in 100 gram of sodium is 2.618 into 10 raised to 24. Similarly, second case is for iron. Now in this case, mass is 100 gram again. Again, molar mass of iron will be equal to 56 grams because atomic mass was 56U. And again we have to find the number of iron atoms. So again we will be using the same formula, that is capital N number of iron atoms will be equal to mass of iron upon molar mass of iron into N naught. So mass is 100, molar mass is 56 into N naught, that is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. Answer comes out to be equal to 1.075 into 10 raised to 24. Therefore, in this case, number of sodium atoms comes out to be 2.618 into 10 raised to 24. Number of iron atoms comes out to be 1.075 into 10 raised to 24. That means number of sodium atoms is greater than number of iron atoms, which means 100 gram of sodium will contain more atoms as compared to 100 gram of iron atoms. Next, question number 8. Convert into mole. First part, 12 gram of oxygen gas. Now students, since it is oxygen gas, its formula will be O2. In this case, we are provided with the mass, that is 12 gram, and we have to find the moles, that means we have to find small n. That means again we will be using the same formula, that is small n is equal to small m upon capital M, which establish the relation between moles and mass. Therefore, first of all, finding the molar mass of oxygen, it will be equal to twice into atomic mass of oxygen, that is O. And we know that atomic mass of O is 16. Therefore, molar mass comes out to be 32 grams. Substituting the values in the formula, answer comes out to be 12 upon 32, which is equal to 0.375. That means number of moles present in or constituting 12 gram of oxygen gas is equal to 0.375. Now come to page number 44. Back exercise question answers. Question number 7, part C. Question is, what is the mass of 10 moles of sodium sulfite, Na2SO3? So students, in this case, we are provided with number of moles and we have to find the mass. That means we will be using the relation between mass and moles, that is number of moles is equal to given mass by molar mass. So first of all, write the chemical formula of the substance. Then we are provided with number of moles, that is 10, and we have to find the mass, that means we have to find small m. Since we have to use this relation, that means we also have to calculate molar mass, that is capital M. Therefore, molar mass of sodium sulfite will be equal to 2 into atomic mass of sodium plus 1 into atomic mass of sulfur plus 3 into atomic mass of oxygen, which comes out to be equal to 2 into 23 plus 1 into 32 plus 3 into 16. On further solving, it comes out to be equal to 126 grams. That means molar mass of sodium sulfite is 126 grams. Therefore, using this formula, small n is equal to small m upon capital M, substituting the values of n, that is 10. Small m we have to find, and capital M comes out to be 126. That means small m mass will be equal to 126 into 10, that is equal to 1260 grams. Next students, question number 10. Calculate the number of molecules of sulfur present in 16 gram of solid sulfur. So students, In this question, the formula is already given, that is acid. We have to find the number of molecules, that is capital N, and we are provided with mass, that is small m. Therefore, in this question, the relation is between number of molecules and mass, that means particles and mass, and we know that for this relation, the formula is capital N is equal to small m by capital M into N naught, where capital M is molar mass and N naught is Avogadro's number. Therefore, first of all, we have to calculate the molar mass of sulfur. So molar mass of sulfur will be equal to 8 into atomic mass of sulfur. Atomic mass of sulfur is 32. Therefore, on calculating, that is, it comes out to be equal to 256 grams, which means molar mass of sulfur is 256 grams. Now, substituting these values in this formula, that is capital N is equal to small m, that is 16, upon capital M is 256, into N naught, that is Avogadro's number. And on solving this, answer comes out to be equal to 3.76 into 10 raised to 22, which means 16 gram of solid sulfur contains 3.76 into 10 raised to 22 sulfur molecules. Now students, last question from your NCERT textbook, chapter 3. Calculate the number of aluminium ions present in 0.051 gram of aluminium oxide. Now students, in this case we are provided with aluminium oxide. Write down its formula, that is Al2O3, and we are provided with the mass 0.051 gram of aluminium oxide. Okay, and we have to calculate the number of aluminium ions, Al plus 3 ions. Okay, since students, this is the molecular substance. Okay, this is a molecular substance, that means Al2O3. It is a molecule, it is not an ion or an atom. Therefore, by using the formulas, we will be able to calculate the number of Al2O3 molecules. Okay, let me give you one example. Suppose if I have to distribute some toffees in your class in such a way that each student should get 2 toffees. That means, first of all, I have to calculate the total number of students present in the class. Let us say they were 40. That means total toffees required were 80. That means in order to know the amount of toffees, I have to know the number of students present in the class. This question is similar to that concept. In this case, we are provided with Al2O3 and we have to calculate the number of Al ions. Now students, mass of ion is similar to the mass of an atom, and number of ions are calculated in the same manner as the number of atoms. In this formula, it is clear that for one molecule of Al2O3, there are 2 aluminium ions present. They will be equal to the number of atoms. And similarly, there are 3 oxygen atoms. Therefore, in this case, there will be 3 oxide ions. Okay, number of ions are equal to the number of atoms. So from here, it is clear that for one molecule, there are 2 aluminium ions and 3 oxide ions. This is for one molecule. But we are provided 0.051 gram of aluminium oxide. This much aluminium oxide. So students, if we are able to calculate the number of total molecules which will be equal to 0.051 gram, that means we will be able to calculate the number of aluminium ions also, because for one molecule it is equal to 2 ions. Therefore, if there are 3 aluminium oxide molecules, then obviously there will be 3 into 2, that is equal to 6 aluminium ions. That means in this case, first of all, we will have to calculate the number of aluminium oxide molecules. Number of aluminium oxide molecules. Moreover, students, formula is Al2O3. Therefore, the formulas that you will be using to solve these questions, they are applicable to this substance only. जितने भी न्यूमेरिकल्स आप कर रहे हो उनमें जो आप फॉर्मूले यूज कर रहे हो वो आप इस सब्सटेंस के लिए यूज करते हो जो सब्सटेंस आप टॉप पे लिखते हो. इफ इट इज O2, then the number of moles, small n represent O2, capital N represents O2 molecules. Okay, and in this case it is Al2O3. That means small m represent mass of Al2O3, small n represent moles of Al2O3, capital N represents number of molecules of Al2O3. We cannot directly find the number of aluminium ions. So first of all, using the formula given mass upon molar mass into Avogadro's number, in this case molar mass will be equal to molar mass of Al2O3, that is twice into mass of aluminium plus 3 into mass of oxygen. On solving, it comes out to be equal to 54 plus 48, that is equal to 102 G. So from this formula, number of Al2O3 molecules is equal to given mass 0.051 grams divided by molar mass, that is 102, into Avogadro's number 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. On solving, number of Al2O3 molecules comes out to be equal to 3.011 into 10 raised to 23 divided by 10 raised to 3, which comes out to be equal to 10 raised to 23 minus 3, that is equal to 10 raised to 20. So this is the number of total molecules of aluminium oxide which are present in 0.051 gram of aluminium oxide. But we have to find the number of aluminium ions. As already explained to you, one molecule contains 2 aluminium ions. That means for this much number of aluminium oxide molecules, total number of aluminium ions will be equal to twice into 3.011 into 10 raised to 20, that is equal to 6.022 into 10 raised to 20. That means, students, in short, for molecular substances, if we have to calculate the number of atoms or ions, then first of all we have to calculate the number of molecules, and from the molecules we will be able to calculate the number of atoms or ions.